Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to our online chemistry class. Hope all of you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. In our last lecture, I have discussed about the percent composition of any compound, and about empirical formula and molecular formula. Today I am going to discuss about using percent composition, how we can determine, how we can find out the empirical formula and molecular formula of compound. For this section, very important for your exam paper for math related problems. Okay, you have to find out from percent composition the molecular formula and also empirical formula. Okay, and then let's start with a problem, and I have already written in the board a problem. Organic compound of carbon and hydrogen contains 7.69% hydrogen. The molecular mass of the compound is 78. Find out the empirical and molecular formula of the compound. Here from the question we can see the percentage of hydrogen is given here, which is 7.69%, and we know a compound is of 100% complete. Okay, a compound is 100% complete. Then if we have a 7.69% hydrogen, then the remaining percentage will be the carbon. The remaining portion will be the carbon. Then let's start. At first we have to write the percent composition, and this is hydrogen. This is hydrogen. Hydrogen is 6.69%, and this is a compound which has only two elements, carbon and hydrogen. And that's why if hydrogen is 7.69%, then carbon will be 100 minus 7.69%, and that is 92.3%. Okay, then we get both the percentage of both elements which are present in that compound. Okay, now we have to find out the mass of each atom of carbon or hydrogen. Now we have to find out the mass of one carbon atom and mass of one hydrogen atom, and we know that already, which is atomic mass. Atomic mass of hydrogen means the mass of one hydrogen atom, and atomic mass of carbon means the mass of one carbon atom, and which is the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 and the atomic mass of carbon is 12. Okay, now we have to find out the number. Now we have to find out the number of carbon atom and the number of hydrogen atom that are present in that compound. Okay, now we have to calculate the number of atom, number of carbon atom and number of hydrogen atom in that compound, organic compound. Okay, and for that we have to divide the percent composition with the atomic mass. If we divide percent composition by atomic mass, then we get the number of carbon or number of hydrogen atoms which are present in that compound. Okay, then the next step, this was the first step. Now the second step is we have to divide for carbon, for hydrogen 7.69 divided by 1 is equal to 7.69, and for carbon if we divide 92.3 by the atomic mass of carbon, which is 12, then we get this amount, the same amount. Okay, that means this step shows us if in 100 gram of this compound, 100 gram of this compound, 7.69 carbon atom and 7.69 hydrogen atom are present in 100 gram of that compound. Okay, and this number, from this number I erase this. Okay, I hope you were writing with me. Okay, then we get the ratio, we get the number of different elements ratio. Okay, and we can write carbon is to hydrogen is equal to 7.69 is to 7.69. Okay, this is the actual ratio. Now we have to calculate the simplest or more reduced ratio. Okay, because our target is to find out empirical formula. Okay, so we have to find out the simplest ratio, and for that we have to divide these numbers by the simplest number, smallest number, and between these two, which one is smallest? For these problems, these two numbers are equal, so the ratio will be quite simple, 1:1. 1:1. You can show this like that. For carbon, divide the number with the smallest number is equal to 1. For hydrogen, 7.69 by 7.69, which is 1. So now our reduced ratio is 1:1. Okay, okay, and this ratio shows us the simplest or more reduced ratio, and now we have to write the empirical formula based on this ratio. Okay, now we have to write the empirical formula for that compound based on this ratio. Okay, then the next step will be we have to multiply these numbers with the symbol, that means with carbon and hydrogen as subscript at the right side, okay, that means the empirical formula of that compound is CH, and as a subscript this number at right side and this number right side, and number 1 is not needed to put in the formula. Okay, so erase this. Okay, and this is the empirical formula of our compound, our desired compound. So our first requirement is fulfilled. Now we have to proceed for the second one. We have to calculate the molecular formula of that compound. For molecular formula, one information must have to be given, okay, which is molecular mass. Okay, molecular mass is always given in your question paper, but there is no other options, no other way to find out to calculate the molecular mass for that types of problem. Okay, this molecular mass is always given. Okay. So now the next step will be for calculating the molecular formula. We have to calculate the mass of empirical formula. We have to calculate the mass of empirical formula. Then the mass of empirical formula. Students, carbon. The atomic mass of carbon is 12. Hydrogen is 1. So the mass of empirical formula will be 12 plus 1, which is 13. Very easy. The atomic mass of carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1, 12 plus 1 is equal to 13. This is the mass of empirical formula of that compound. Okay. Now, molecular mass is given. The mass of molecular formula is equal to 78. Now, from these two masses, we have to find out a factor which is represented by n, small n. We have to find out a factor, a whole number factor which is represented by small n. And this n shows us how many times greater the molecular mass of molecular formula than the mass of empirical formula. Okay, this is the simple ratio, shows us the simple ratio, and this tells us, molecular formula tells us the actual number of atoms. So now we have to find out, we have to compare these both. We have to divide the molecular mass by the empirical mass, empirical formula mass. Okay, do this. Now our step is, we have to divide the mass of molecular formula by the mass of empirical formula. Okay, student, and which is equal to small n, which is equal to small n. And then student, put this value, we get 78 by 13, which is 6. That means the value of n is 6. We get the value of n is 6. That means the empirical formula, molecular formula is 7 times greater than empirical formula. So we have to now, our final step to get the molecular formula of the compound is, we have to multiply this whole number n, that means 6, to the subscript of the empirical formula. To the subscript of the empirical formula. That means 1, 1. You have to multiply these 6 and 6. Okay? Then this will be, the formula will be 6 is equal to C6H6. This is the molecular formula of that compound. This is the compound, this is the molecular formula of benzene. Very important, very well known aromatic compound, organic compound, which is benzene, C6H6. Okay, I think the whole process is clear to you. That means there are several steps. There are several steps required to find out the empirical formula and molecular formula of any compound from percent composition. Okay, then let's try another problem, then it will be more clear to you. And your book, all the steps are very clearly explained. Okay, so you have to read this we have to practice with some other compounds. Okay, now another important steps I have to discuss, which is when we get the ratio 1:1, a simple ratio. Okay, we get a simple ratio 1:1 whole number ratio. Okay, but if we get a fraction number, then you have to do, if we get any fraction number, then you have to multiply the numbers to get a whole number. Okay, and suppose you get 1.5. Suppose we have 1.5 number of carbons. Okay, then we have to multiply a number which is 2 to get another whole number. And if we multiply these with this fraction, then we have to also multiply the other numbers also. Okay. Number 2, 0.226 gram, not percentage. Okay. 0.26 gram hydrogen, 7.19 gram sulfur and 12.684 gram oxygen are obtained by analyzing 20 gram of a compound. We take 20 gram of any compound, and after analyzing we get this amount hydrogen, this amount sulfur and 12.684 gram oxygen. And students, carefully look at these numbers. If we add these three numbers, we get 20 gram. Okay. So now find out the molecular formula of that compound. So for that problem, our first step will be to convert the gram into percentage. Okay, to convert this gram amount of each element into percentage of each element. Okay, it's a very easy mathematical problem. Okay, then if 20 gram for hydrogen, okay, percentage of hydrogen, what will be the percentage of hydrogen? If 0.226 gram hydrogen, 20 gram compound contains 0.226 gram hydrogen, then 100 gram compound contains how much? Okay, then we get percentage of that elements. That means 0.226, 20 and multiplied by 100. Then result will be found. Okay, then percentage of, similarly we can calculate the percentage of sulfur, which is 7.19 divided by 20 multiplied by 100, and percentage of oxygen 12.684, 20 into 100. Okay, 1.13, and this is 35. This is 35.95 percentage, and this is 62.93. 62.93 percentage. Okay, sorry, 62.93 percentage. This now we get the percentage of each elements which are present in that compound. Okay, that means our desired compound has hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen atoms, okay, in it. Now the same procedure we have to follow, which is at first we have to divide the percent composition by their respective atomic masses, which is for hydrogen 1.13 divided by the respective atomic mass of hydrogen 1.13. Then sulfur 35.95 divided by 32. The atomic mass of sulfur is 32. So we get 1.12. And for oxygen, 62.93 divided by 16, we get 3.93. 3.93. This is the number of atoms. We divide percent composition by atomic masses. That means percent composition by the mass of one each element atom. That's why we get the number of atoms which are present in that compound. Okay, this. Now we have to, the next step is, from this, among these numbers, we have to find out the simplest ratio. We have to find out the most reduced ratio. That's why we have to choose the smallest number. We have to choose from these three numbers the smallest number, which is 1.12, and divide all the numbers by the smallest number. Divide all the numbers by this small number, then we get the most simplest or reduced ratio. For hydrogen, 1.13 divided by 1.12, it will be 1.008. Okay, so approximately we write 1. Okay, and then sulfur, 1.12 divided by 1.12, which is 1, and then oxygen, 3.93 divided by 1.12, and which is 3.5. Okay, which will be 3.5. We get a fraction number. Okay, now we have to find out a whole number by which we can multiply these three numbers and get the another whole numbers. Okay, so, and this number is, if we multiply this 3.5 by 2, then we get a whole number. So we have to multiply all numbers by 2. Okay, then hydrogen is 2, sulfur is 2, oxygen is 7. This is our most reduced ratio of the elements which are present in the compound. So we have to write the empirical formula, and which will be, as a subscript at the right we put these numbers. For hydrogen 2, sulfur 2, oxygen 7. Okay, this is the empirical formula of our compound. Now we have to find out the molecular formula. Our desired requirements is molecular. Find out the molecular formula. Now we have to find out the mass of empirical formula. The mass of empirical formula. What will be the mass of empirical formula? Mass of empirical formula 1 into 2, 32 into 2, and the oxygen 16 into 7. Okay, and there is a mistake here. Must have to mention the molecular mass. Okay, molecular mass is 178. Okay, this is given. Okay, 178, and also from this we get 178. Okay, empirical formula, mass of empirical formula is 78 and the mass of molecular formula also 78. So we get 78 by 78 is equal to 1. The value of N is 1. So now we have to multiply this N with the subscript of this formula and we get the same formula. We get the same formula because, and for that very interesting compound, for that compound the empirical formula and the molecular formula are the same. So students, I think these topics, how we can calculate the empirical formula and molecular formula from their using their percent composition and using their gram, their mass, simple mass, and using their molecular mass, it is clear to you. Okay, and that's all for today. You have to practice the worksheet, more problems, and then it will be more clear to you. And very important problem, very important questions for your CQ and MCQ also. Assalamu alaikum students.